So before I begin with the video and answering a lot of these questions, I do want to give you guys a little bit of my experience and how I feel about the company. So I joined eXp Realty back in 2018, and I can tell you that the transition from where I was previously and how things are going now is something that I absolutely enjoy. Now, if there's one thing that I do want to mention that is kind of annoying and a negative regarding eXp Realty is that there are some agents that fully focus on recruiting. They'll annoy other agents. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you have been recruited by an eXp Realty agent and they just blow up your phone, and then they send you emails, and then they send you messages on Facebook, and it gets annoying. So that would be kind of like the only negative thing that I would want to mention. If you're watching this, I don't want you to think that absolutely every single eXp Realty agent is like this. I put out videos for you guys so you can see exactly what my experience is, but at the end of the day, my job is still being a real estate agent. I'm not a recruiter for eXp Realty. I share what my experience has been with the company because I know a lot of you are thinking about joining or are on the fence. And after speaking with some of you, you quickly realize that, this company is not for you. And others of you, you see that, this is actually the brokerage that you want to be a part of. So I'm not here to force anyone to sign up to eXp, or I'm not here to shove it down your throat. I simply just want to give you guys a lot of information to help you make a decision whether or not this company is for you. So let's begin with the very first thing. If you are thinking about joining eXp Realty, a lot of the information that I'm going to be giving you in this video is going to be based on eXp Realty in the US. Now, the reason that I want to make that clear is because eXp Realty is in other countries. So if you are in the US, the split for real estate agents, anyone coming in is 80-20. So that means that you as a real estate agent keep 80% and you give eXp Realty 20%. Now the cap is $16,000. So once you close a deal and you get your commission, eXp will take 20%, and once that adds up to $16,000, then you will be able to go to 100% commission. Now, if you are a part of a team, then your cap is actually $8,000. So that is a big difference. Next question is whether or not eXp Realty is good for newer real estate agents. Something that I always hear from newer agents or those that are getting licensed is that they like to be in an office environment and be with people. What I have witnessed, and from my experience in the past working with other brokerages and going to these offices, is that many times these environments are not filled with people that are being productive or are actually prospecting, generating leads. So with eXp Realty, if you are a brand new agent, I can tell you that there are a lot of trainings that happen every single day. As a new real estate agent, even if you're doing your research, you might think that, I prefer to go into a brick and mortar brokerage because I'm going to get training and going to get mentorship. But it's funny because, a lot of agents that have gone that route later come back to tell me that their expectations and the things that they thought they were going to be getting at these brick and mortar places, they actually did not get at all. So with eXp Realty, of course, everything is cloud-based. All of the trainings are held in eXp World, and every single week they update the schedule so that you can know exactly what trainings are happening that week. That way you can kind of coordinate with your schedule. Along with that, if you are a new real estate agent and you haven't closed at least 3 deals within the past year, once you join the company, you will automatically be given a mentor. So this mentor is going to be someone that's going to be there to help you and guide you through the process of onboarding or just through the process of actually closing a deal. If you have any questions, they should be there to, of course, guide you and teach you. Anything that you're confused about, they'll be there. Now, just like any company out there, there are going to be those mentors that perhaps might not be a good fit for you. But the good thing is that you can reach out to eXp Realty and the mentorship team to try and find someone else that might be a good fit for you and that can actually help you and the way that you like to learn. Now, when it comes to the sponsorship, because I know that this is something that might be confusing. So the sponsor is pretty much someone who introduced you to the company and who told you a lot about it. I know a lot of you guys that have watched my videos in the past have actually put me down as your sponsor. You know who you are. I have reached out to a lot of you, and for those that I have sponsored, I'm here to provide you a lot of valuable information to help you through the process, to answer any questions that you have. Now, the sponsor does not equal the mentor, if that makes sense. So let's say you are an agent in Texas that is watching this video and you want to join eXp Realty, and let's say that you found out about the company, you learned absolutely everything because of me, you put me down as your sponsor. It doesn't mean that I'm also going to be your mentor. Now, your mentor, especially if you're a new agent, has to be someone from your state. Unless if I was licensed in your state, then it's possible that I could be your mentor. But right now, I'm only licensed out here in California. I am a certified mentor for eXp Realty. And again, I can only be a mentor for agents in California and nowhere else, unfortunately. So I just want to make that clear. If you're signing up, don't have the expectation that your sponsor is also going to be your mentor. Next question is, how do you get paid? So at eXp Realty, we have a platform called SkySlope. What this platform does and what it is that once you are in a transaction, obviously there is so much paperwork that needs to be filled out and uploaded. So everything is uploaded onto the system. What you'll see on there is that once you do open escrow, whether you're representing a buyer, a seller, a referral, a lease, whatever it is, you will have to create a tab for an actual transaction. Once you are already in escrow, you will see a checklist of all of the documents that need to be uploaded onto the system. So once all of the documents in your transaction are uploaded onto SkySlope, what will happen is that the broker will approve the file. Once the file is approved and escrow has cut your check, what will happen is that eXp will get their cut. And what's great about this company is that they allow the escrow companies to wire you, the agent, your commission directly. So many times the same day that we close a deal, I'm already getting paid. I don't have to wait for eXp to receive a check or any of that. So that is the beauty of getting paid very quickly. In previous brokerages where I was at before, I would have to wait until my company got the commission check. Then they would have to clear it and do a whole bunch of other things before I could actually see my money. And sometimes it would take a week or a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks before I actually got paid from when I closed the deal. Next question is, does eXp offer you a transaction coordinator? Now, a transaction coordinator is actually someone who handles the file. They are in charge of overlooking all of the documents in a transaction, and something that they do is that they communicate a lot with your client along with escrow and the other party, and the other party meaning the listing agent and their transaction coordinator. A lot of transaction coordinators get paid a flat fee, and they get paid through escrow. So they are not a salary employee. They are not your employee. These are independent contractors, third-party companies that offer transaction coordinators or transaction coordinator services. So for example, I have a transaction coordinator that gets paid $300 per file, and they get paid through escrow on every file that they work for me. If I don't have any escrows going on, of course, they're not working anything. But as soon as I'm working with a buyer or a seller, and again, we are in a transaction, they are the ones that are handling all of the paperwork. They send out all of the documents through DocuSign. They check to make sure that everything has been completed correctly. And if anything is missing, they are the ones that communicate with whoever needs to be reached to make sure that things are filled out correctly. Now, eXp does not offer you or give you a transaction coordinator. However, they do have lists of transaction coordinators that they can recommend you, but ultimately you are open to use whoever it is that you would like. Of course, with the key being that this person is familiar with SkySlope, since that is a program where everything has to be uploaded. Now, something else that I absolutely love about eXp Realty is that I feel like there is a big sense of community community. Anytime that I have ever had a question and I posted on Workplace, which is like Facebook, but specifically for eXp agents only, is that they answer quickly and they try to help me in whatever it is that they can do. If they don't know the answer to a question, what I'll see is that they'll tag someone that can help me or assist me in answering whatever it is that I have a question about, or direct me to the correct person that can help me out for a given situation. Along with that, I always get emails, especially during the weekend, where eXp notifies us exactly who is the broker on call in case there are any issues that come up or any questions that need to be asked. So now let's get into the breakdown of the actual fees. So there is a one-time fee of $149, and that also includes your first monthly fee. Aside from that, moving forward, every monthly fee is of $85, and that is broken down into the $50 that goes towards the tech fee and $35 that goes towards the university educational fee. Along with that, just like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the split is 80-20. It's $16,000 for the cap if you are an individual agent and $8,000 if you are a part of a team. Once you cap, you will keep 100% of your commission, and there will only be a $250 transaction fee for the next 20 transactions. If you do those 20, the next 20 will only be a $75 transaction fee, and now you will be an icon agent, which means that you get your $16,000 cap back in the form of eXp stock. So now I briefly want to touch on the resources that we do get. So KV Core is a CRM that we have access to, and this is also where you have access to your website. Your website will be something along the lines of first name, last name.exprealty.com. Something that I recommend for any agent to do, whether they are part of eXp Realty or not, is to get their own domain. You can go on GoDaddy.com and see if your name is available. That way, what you can do is that you can just connect your real estate website to your name. So instead of it being a long domain, it's just your name or whatever it is that you would like it to be, and you can use that on your business card. On the back end of KV Core, when someone does sign up through your website, you can see exactly what properties they're looking at, what time they looked at them. KV Core also sends automated emails and text messages, and they will also alert you when a new lead has come in. Now, when it comes to eXp World, this is a platform that is very easy to use. You know, a question that a lot of you ask is, how do I get a hold of the broker if I have a question? So eXp World is the program that you would have to download onto your computer. It pretty much is like a video game. However, everyone that is in eXp World is a live person that is just behind their screen in their computer. So if you do have a question and you need to talk to a broker, or you need to talk to the agent onboarding services or the accounting department, what you would do is that you would log on to eXp World and go to that department that you're interested in speaking to someone to, and someone will be there. It's kind of like the DMV where you have to get a ticket, and if there's a lot of people, you might have to wait a few minutes. If not, you're just going to be the next person in line, and it transports you onto like this little conference room, and you can just have an actual conversation through your computer if you have a microphone, or you can actually type if you don't have a microphone or it's not working. You have the conversation with this live person that is going to answer your questions. So I know it might sound a little weird because, you know, we are used to just sending out an email and waiting for a response, or picking up the phone and calling someone. But with eXp, you can just go onto eXp World and have your questions just presented there to this person, and they will answer them.